This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.
Aloha and welcome to another episode of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now sports podcast. I am Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner, and in a couple weeks we have a big game, I guess, coming up. I don't know.
Just a little one. Just a little one.
I don't know. I mean, none of our teams, Davis, are in it, so
no.
We're there for the commercials and certain cutaways to a press
and the food and the food.
The food
primarily.
Yeah.
Food primarily. And a couple cutaway shots potentially to a luxury suite.
Yes.
At Allegiant Stadium with.
Wait, we're talking about like Mama Kelsey, right?
Yeah,
we're not talking
Donna,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a big Ed Kelsey guy too. I saw this video of him on Twitter. He was in the luxury box with a TV remote because they have TVs in this. It looked like he was just flipping through the channels.
Very grandpa.
In the luxury box, but yes, it is almost time for the big game, and
Yes.
certain people have made their
If you guys
allegiances
can't tell
known.
by her hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Cienna,
mean-
how excited are you?
I'm very excited. If you guys are loyal HNN Overtime fans and you watched last year where Lynn and I came on and, well, did we come on after the Super Bowl? Or
No,
was
it was
No, it was
a pre-
before.
Before.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
before.
so we don't have Lynn this year, but I will be our Chiefs resident fan.
Representing
and I will
you
represent us both.
The Kawano fan.
Yeah, and I'm super excited. I'm super nervous,
Okay,
but I'm like
all
that
right.
with it could be a week one game and
Yeah.
I'm just as nervous.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
no, but like I'm very nervous.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of Chiefs fans are. I
Yeah.
mean, this is a really good matchup. The 49ers, a
49ers
very
and the Chiefs.
dynamic team.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that game with them against the Lions? Guys, how crazy of a game was that?
I mean, I feel it was more of a Detroit Lions collapse than it was a 49ers masterclass. I mean, don't get me wrong, they played well, but they needed to have to kind of wake up and start doing something.
This is really sad because Detroit just came out firing from the gate, and everyone in the office, we were all watching it, and everyone was so excited for Detroit. I mean, it's just like the story you want, and San Fran has been there for so long, and they're always good. They are.
Right.
And so just seeing the come up for the Lions, and then I literally turned away, and then the next 10 minutes, next thing you know, it's tied, and I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
At that point, once the 49ers came back, it was like they're winning. They're just gonna win it all.
I said it last week too. This really was like a Cinderella story for the Lions that I wanted to happen. Like, just the underdogs, and they look so good in that first half. And I really was like, wow, they have the chance to win. And 49ers make a 17-point comeback and end up winning the game.
Lucky them.
I know.
In a way, too, I am happy for that guy right there, Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant. Guys, I am happy for him. This is such a big moment as, second year?
Second year. And kind of putting a lot of the doubters to rest as far as him being a game manager or just a guy that's surrounded by a lot of weapons. I mean, the thing is, you can be surrounded by a lot of weapons. You got to be able to use them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's maximized his abilities to get, guys like Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, all these opportunities to score. So, I mean, geez, I don't understand the game manager thing. He's a good quarterback.
He's a really good quarterback. Brock Purdy, 20 for 31, 267 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Deebo Samuel, big part of that game with 8 receptions for 89 yards. So overall, a very, very dynamic team. We will go over each other's picks in a bit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I think we have to move on to the other game, though. that was
the
played.
AFC Championship.
Well, Patrick Mahomes against Lamar Jackson. A lot of people going for Lamar Jackson and asking him to save football in general from Travis
Okay.
Kelce and Taylor Swift. I
I
don't know if you
mean,
guys saw.
I'm
My feeds
sure,
were
yes.
blowing
Yes,
up.
I
I'm sure
saw
one
that.
wanted Baltimore to win. I get it.
But I mean, it didn't seem like Baltimore wanted to win.
No,
If we're gonna be
they,
honest
they
with
did
you.
not. They did not want to win it.
Which is disappointing because they have such a talented roster.
Right.
And Lamar, like, I, as a Chiefs fan, am very scared of Lamar, and I obviously don't want to see him succeed because that means my Chiefs aren't. But this man is, like, due for it. Like, how many times does he have to go through getting there but, like, not really getting to the big game? And I just think he's so talented, like, once in a generation. And he's just – it's hard when you're in the same division as Patrick Mahomes.
It is really hard because it's like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, all these, like, generational talents for these teams – are just somehow stonewalled by the big red wall that is the Kansas City Chiefs, no matter what year it was. I remember last week saying that if Patrick Mahomes can make it back to the Super Bowl with the current roster that he has, which is arguably one of his weakest rosters that he's ever played with, it would be a big feat. And he did it. And the Ravens offense that has been very potent throughout the year did not show up at all. I mean, Lamar was what? Let me 20 for 37, 272 yards, a touchdown and an interception, and he only had 8 carries for 54 yards. Lamar Jackson only had 8 carries in a game where it was win or go home.
Yeah. I got to say though that it is impressive though for him because that was the leading amount of rushes too per that game. Their running back he didn't have that many yards, and Lamar made up for that. So he was leading rusher, and then obviously 272. That was more than Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Patrick had 241 yards, but the thing with him is that he was accurate, 30 for 39.
Wow.
You can't get much better than that.
And that's the thing, too, is like all season long, everybody, you know, and rightfully so, but everyone was talking about the Chiefs' drops, and this is not their year, like just all these mistakes throughout the whole season, and I was one of them. But to think now, like at the biggest stage, at the biggest moments, like they just find a way. Like it doesn't matter all season long, you know, MVS, multiple drops, like all these guys. And then when it matters the most, who shows up?
Exactly.
So that's why I'm not just saying this because I'm biased, but I'm like, you just can't count the Chiefs out. You just
really can't.
They're just so potent.
They really are. And you can't, like, as much as we make fun of Travis Kelce, you can't get rid of that, you know, that relationship between Patrick and Kelce. They have something else. And also that game, Kelce set an NFL record, guys, for the most postseason receptions, 152. That passes Jerry Rice.
Wow.
That's crazy. I mean,
good for him. Yeah.
He's one of the best in the league. And I mean, maybe in the regular season he had a little bit of a lull at some points in the year compared to some of the other years, but he is one of the best in the league, and he is not shy about it, which honestly I like. I like when you can like back up the stuff that you do, and obviously with him this season in particular, just under the microscope from every which way of the world, from the football analysts to the Swifties to literally anyone that, I mean, if you're a fan of their podcast, like he's just been in the public eye so much this year. And geez, I mean, I wouldn't want that kind of pressure on me.
No, I mean, definitely not. I would not want to be in his shoes. No. That's for sure.
Talked about the AFC and NFC Championships. We know who the champions are. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers in the big game, Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes.
Which begs the question, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not a hard question for some of us.
No, especially the person in the middle.
Yeah. who are we taking this time around for the big game?
Cienna?
Well, I would never, ever not take my Chiefs. And I'm not going to say I feel confident because I never feel confident when it comes to the Chiefs, but I'm not as nervous as I was last year against the Eagles.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Davis?
I'm going Niners.
Mm-hmm.
My
Bang, bang.
dad is from the Bay. I
That's true.
always watch the Niners games on Sundays. Even though I'm a Rams fan, in this case, I got to go with the California boys. Stick to the
Okay.
roots.
All right.
So, who knows? Honestly, I think it's just going to be a good game.
It will be a good
will
game.
be.
It's shaping up to be a good game. As far as offense goes, I think, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm always biased to that. I like good high-scoring games. For me, I truthfully, as a supporter of a team in the NFC West, I cannot go against. I cannot support
Yep.
the San Francisco
Zoom.
49ers or the Rams, honestly. Sorry. I went for
It's
the
okay.
Bengals
It's
2
all
years
right.
ago.
It's all right.
But I will be going for. I'll be taking my talents to
Oh, boy.
Oh,
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, boy.
wow.
Chiefs Kingdom. I'm with you this weekend. Or not this weekend, 2 weekends from now.
Yes, 2 weekends
Excuse
from
me.
now.
But yeah, I got to go with the Chiefs. I can't
All right.
root for the Niners. I know
See how it is.
I have some friends that are Niners fans too that are going to hate me, but
I mean, I think a lot of Hawaii people.
a lot of
like
Hawaii
that.
are
A lot of
Niners,
Hawaii
yeah.
people, yeah.
Yeah. I will say you, Lynn, and pretty much you the only two Chiefs
I
fans
know
that I
a
know.
couple that live here, but
I know
they're
just
very
driving
slim.
around, I always see like one or two trucks. I don't know. I always see this one truck. For some reason, he always pops up, but he's decked
Weird.
out in Chiefs gear. Like
That's
the
my
license
kind of
plate.
truck.
He's got
I was
stickers
about to
in
say,
the
is that
back.
your burner truck?
like-
Like your
I know. Is
secret
this
car?
like your side,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
side
yeah.
truck?
No.
Toyota Tacoma? It's like-
She only drives it on the weekends, guys.
Yeah, that's my weekend car.
Your weekend car. But I mean, yeah, I think Chiefs. So we got Chiefs, Niners.
all right.
I will say though, history has shown us through our overtime picks that Cienna is
Not to-
undefeated.
yeah, not
She's
to toot
kind of
my own horn,
undefeated.
guys.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Oh,
being-
there it
thank you.
is.
I didn't.
The
I know you
divisional
didn't plan
and-
to give me this, but thank you. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but
Okay.
I also feel like this playoffs have not been as like controversial as
Right.
years before. Like I
Yeah.
feel like there was been no real quote unquote upsets, you could
Right,
say.
right.
Like obviously
Yeah.
I know some people would call the Cowboys one an upset, whatever, but like is it that? Like it's not like we
Right.
saw, you know, some crazy and
Oh,
even
for
the
sure.
Packers game, like to me it was just like it could have gone either way. So it wasn't hard to predict this year's Super Bowl. I mean these year's playoffs, but
That's true. There wasn't like any like Minnesota Miracle
yes,
or like
No,
stuff like that.
there
or like the
wasn't.
Rams
Crazy.
PI, like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
clear-cut winners, I think.
I think it definitely was too. I can't really think of a matchup that was all too close. I mean, I really did think the Lions were going to win that game.
I mean,
Like,
me
I
too.
really did.
Me too.
Having that much of a lead in the,
Yeah.
at the half, I'm like, there's no way they could blow it. But here we are.
Literally, here
yeah,
we
here
are.
we are.
Yeah, here we are. I do have a question though, guys.
Okay.
All
Oh.
And I think it has to be said during this conversation, and every single episode we've said it. Do you think Taylor Swift,
Oh gosh.
she makes it back from Tokyo, if she makes it to the
I
stadium,
do.
I think she can
I
make
do.
it.
is that good
Because here's
karma
the
though,
thing.
guys?
Oh,
Is that
boy.
good
Thing.
karma?
Here's the thing. All right. So, one, she can make it, like, time-wise. Like,
Right.
it's all mapped out. She can make it for a fact. Two, like, I can't see her missing this. You know what I mean? Like, that's your man
That
playing
is
in
true.
the biggest game, like, ever. And, like,
Oh, this
you know,
picture.
they're still,
Yep.
yeah, yikes.
Wow.
So they're still new. And so, like, I can't see her not making it to this.
Right.
And, like, now that she's, like, all into football, like, she is going to love that Super Bowl experience.
Are all those cutaways? You see her doing the handshakes and everything.
Oh, with Britney?
Yeah, with Britney.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how big.
Unfortunately.
Cienna, what were you talking about?
I just like what I'm like not trying to get canceled here, but like what's the point of that? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why are we grown having a secret handshake? You know what I mean? Like aren't you,
That's true. Like, let's just be real. Brittany Mahomes is a mother of two.
that's what I'm saying.
I was watching it, I'm
there's
like,
no
wait, how does this
reason.
make sense? I'm like,
And like for what? Like, and did
Yeah.
you see the video of Patrick Mahomes Sr., his dad
Yeah.
in the booth? Like he
Yes.
literally wanted to kill them. He was just like, why they're doing the most?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
They're a little bit of excessive, and like I thought it was kind of bold for them after the AFC Championship to just walk out onto the field. All the cameras, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't want I mean, they're already getting the most attention in the world to begin with, and then like you go out into the field and you kiss each other and like.
I mean, that just verified it because people kept thinking, like, too, for a bit, like, is this just, are they just showing
fake? Yeah.
off? Yeah, is it
PR,
fake?
Yeah.
And then they do that in the middle of the field, they kiss and everything, and that just validates everything.
That's
right?
true. I think also, too, I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok of, like, when they got onto the field, she was just following Donna around because Donna been there. She knows.
Yeah, she knows what to do.
She knows how to get to her son.
Donna got rangs.
Yeah. And so, like, she's just like, oh, I'm going to do whatever she does because, like, all of her security are freaking out.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just going to go where she goes. And all the Swifties commenting on, like, oh, my God, she's just following Mama Kelsey. Love this, love that. I'm like, she ain't never been on a field like that before. She got to know. She's just trying to find her man.
She's done concerts, but this is not the same thing.
Yeah, she's rocked the stage, but, like, not
the field.
Not the field.
Good one.
But yeah, I agree with Cienna. Like time-wise, she has plenty of time because Tokyo is like the days are the hours are so ahead of each other.
You know what
like
people are saying? How long it's gonna take from Tokyo? It's nearly 13 hours.
I was about to say like a 14-hour plane ride, but like she has private jets, so like the
let's
travel.
not act like they're us flying.
She's
like,
not hopping on Southwest trying to get into the first good seat.
She's
Okay.
like, excuse me, ma'am. Can I get in the middle? Like it's Taylor Swift. She's gonna be there.
She's got
gonna
her
be well
own,
rested. Red lip on. Like she got it. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be like a scene out of Hannah Montana where like she's
Hello, New York.
She finishes the concert immediately into the limo to the
Oh
plane.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
get
then-
the limo outside.
Yeah, get the limo outside. Ooh. But I mean, it's true though. Like, and then doesn't have to go through TSA. Like, she has her own private security.
Can you
straight onto
imagine
the-
going to Taylor Swift going through TSA to go
Going
see her
through
man's
TSA.
playing the Super Bowl?
It's like,
Well, did you see her go through the metal detector, right? Or what was that? It was like one of the very first times
I
people
remember.
saw her.
We
Yeah.
were in like Blake Lively.
Yeah.
I was like,
they're just
why?
like us. Like,
I know.
okay.
I'm like, wait, why is she going through that? Like, what is she
But
hiding?
also too was the metal detector in like the concourse, like where the players walk in.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's not walking through the stadium. She's
Yeah.
walking through like where all the VIP and like the
Yeah.
regular
She's not-
guests and
yeah.
the families go.
She's not walking by the hot dog cart. Like, let's just be real here. But I mean, they're in the honeymoon stage, and like, let's
loves
just be
it.
real. She's dating a football player. Football player girlfriends, they're at games.
They are.
100% always at games. I mean, back in
True.
high school,
Oh, boy.
if like just
no.
as
Messy.
a comparison, she's wearing like the puffer jacket by
Yeah.
Kristen Juszczyk. In high school, it was the posters, right?
Not the
You know what I'm
What was
talking
the
about? The posters.
If a girl shows up to your game with a poster, like that is
They're the one.
serious.
They're
That's
the one.
serious. Or like if after the game they give you like a canned juice or a pog, that's the real one.
Are you talking from experience right now? Is this like? Did you have that happen?
Perhaps.
Davis quit the call out. But also, yeah, like let's just not pretend like you're not speaking from experience.
I am speaking
right
from
now.
experience, okay, guys. But I'm just saying, like, if we like that should be the bet on not if she's gonna like get
If she
proposed
shows
to.
up with the
If she
can-
shows up with
comes
a
up
canned
with
juice,
can
that's
of Fog.
real. That's
If she shows
real.
up with the pineapple orange, like you gotta marry her. That's the one
That
right
is
there.
the
Just
one.
give her the Super Bowl ring. You know,
That- she
you
deserves it.
win. She deserves it.
I like those tweets that are like, if the Chiefs win, does Taylor get a ring?
Please,
Hold the phone there.
please.
Hey,
Now you're
has
doing
she
too
been
much.
nothing but good luck though? Is that
Good karma.
I mean, if the Chiefs win, then we'll talk.
Yeah, that's true.
true?
That's very true. Also, I saw rumors that like, what is Travis like 34, 30?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Like he would just retire after this.
I heard
season?
about that.
Yeah.
If his brother, who like may or may like,
Yeah.
you know, his brother's still going at it. I think Travis has more left.
Yeah.
In him.
I say Travis has like maybe 2
He's
more years.
got a couple
or
more years for
something, yeah.
sure. Jason, on the other hand, offensive line, that's a tough one. So I think he
Yeah.
he
Jason
should probably.
I think he's gonna retire.
like go
for
hang
sure.
out with your girls and Kylie. Like
enjoy the
they
podcast.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can honestly just do the podcast
That's true.
and
He's a star.
relax. All right, guys. I don't know if you've been checking your social media, but some posts came out lately of the brand new uniforms. That's right. The Super Bowl uniforms have been released. Red versus white. We're going to
Oh,
start it
Chiefs
off
in the home red
with the
today.
Chiefs in
Oh,
the
us
red.
in the red.
Guys, how is that uniform right there?
It's honestly Chiefs and the Niners are two of the teams that have like the most classic
Oh, I
uniforms.
love that
You can't mess
so
with them.
much.
You really can't.
A little bit heavy on the patches if we're not
there's
gonna
a
lie.
lot. It's giving Boy Scout. It's also
It
giving
is.
up.
Russell, yeah.
A lot.
So a little bit about this too. The Chiefs are the designated home team in this game, and
Yeah,
that's
we
because
are.
the NFC and AFC alternate each year as the home conference for the big game.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
What are you?
Go ahead.
Can I just say?
What's going on? What's up,
He
C?
said, what's going on? Oh no, no. Can I just say it is like written in the stars that the Chiefs are the home team at Allegiant Stadium, the stadium of the Las Vegas Raiders. Like it just don't get any better than that.
That's honestly
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Like like an in-division rival.
right.
And that's
true.
like they've, new stadium, never really hosted anything, well, never hosted a Super Bowl. And the first time it's the Chiefs as the home team. Like that is amazing.
pretty cool.
And the Niners, who they used to
They're
beef
op-
with
Yeah, yeah.
when they were back
Yep.
in Oakland.
It's like their two biggest
their
rivals
two biggest
Yeah.
ops are
in the biggest game.
yeah. I heard that for practice facility wise,
Yes.
the Chiefs are at the Raiders practice facility,
Yeah, it's so
and then
amazing.
the
Yeah.
Niners are at UNLV. But
Yes.
just the fact that
Yeah.
I
Dang,
totally
Niners.
agree.
It's also kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
You're like, hey guys, you guys get the Raiders facility, like beautiful, literally, like beautiful.
Oh my God, it's so
and
good.
Then, no offense to UNLV, but like, sorry, sweetie, like
That is very true.
yeah, and they're just lucky it's happening in a nice time. Like it's the weather.
Right, right.
Because
Sure.
the UNLV facility is outdoors, and
It is
could be very
outdoors.
hot or very cold.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the airport, right?
It is.
I remember back in high school, we went on that Vegas trip with
Mm-hmm.
Mililani, and we took a tour, like a visit to UNLV,
Yep, right
and
by
like
the airport.
we'd be talking to like the coaches. I forget who was the head coach of the
Loud.
and it's like we're on the practice field, and he's like, yeah, so we're gonna get this, that, and we practice about like,
Yeah.
and we're like, what?
You gotta pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was back there in 2015, and see, you were at UNLV.
I didn't-
What did is
oh.
that like anywhere near like the classrooms?
Yeah, kind of. It is. It's not far.
Oh.
It's not a big campus.
It's
UNLV is
not?
a big campus.
Oh.
No. Like UH is way bigger.
That's true. So
Way
Interesting.
bigger.
interesting.
Didn't know that.
So like, good for these. That's kind of cool for those students though. Like if they're
Yeah,
walking to class,
I mean,
they'd
yeah.
be like,
Oh, if I was a student, like, if I was a student, the whole week of class, you'd never see me. I'm out there with my binoculars. Like,
sorry, professor,
like,
I'm cold.
Sorry.
I'm sick.
I'm-
what kind
I'm
of
sick
plays
today,
can I
calling in
watch?
sick,
You
yeah.
know, like I'm writing down all the plays.
Oh, you're not just watching as a football fan. You're scouting them.
And then
Oh.
at night, she's like,
At night.
at
she's sending-
Chiefs at gmail.com.
Hello, Andy. So,
Big fan.
big fan.
Long time
Yeah.
watcher,
Long
first time
right.
emailer. I just have
It's
some notes.
the way that
I'll
our
exchange
newsroom gets
my-
emails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy
Yeah.
and start emailing. Andy
I'll
Reid.
exchange my notes for some tickets, Andy.
tickets. I
Field
will,
passes.
I'll
Field-
give out water. Like, what do y'all need?
Like
I can wash
I'll learn
some
how to
jerseys.
I'll learn how to tape ankles in a week. It's the dedication.
It is. It
It's
is.
truly
Not
the
taping ankles.
It's truly the dedication
It is. I got
from the Chiefs
y'all.
Kingdom.
I literally got y'all.
I mean, I will say, I think, yeah, the Chiefs did get the better end of the stick because we
think they
went to
did,
the
yeah.
Raiders
You guys did
facility.
go.
We did.
That was brand spanking
in
new
Henderson.
That was nice. We interviewed Marcus Mariota.
when he was a Raider.
Shout out.
Shout out to our boy.
Shout out to our boy, who will be on our podcast and is
Again.
an avid listener. Yeah, that was. I mean, we were there. We were there in person, and yeah, that training facility is crazy.
It's sick.
Yeah, that was
like-
super sick.
And like just getting in there was crazy because like we had to go through. Well, it was back in like COVID times. We had to get tested and all that. But like just the lobby itself was like a spaceship.
Yeah,
And then this
really
is a
was.
side story. Remember when we went to go back to talk to Marcus and we walked into the meeting room and they were interviewing Hunter Renfrow and we kind of
Oh, yeah.
we kind of disrupted the media scrum.
Yeah,
The press
oh yeah,
conference.
totally,
We were
totally.
like,
I remember picking you guys up.
Yeah.
From there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Cienna was helping us out that trip. She was still a student at UNLV, and she was like, I guess, done with classes for the day or something. Because
Yeah.
the first couple days she was in class. So I remember texting like, we're at this location.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll come get y'all. You guys had to
Your
work
life-
on your stories
lifesaver.
after live shots, but it was fine.
Let me just say, you were a way better driver than that Uber driver,
my
Kyle. If you
goodness.
remember
Thank
that.
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Way better
In
than
the
our
truck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
than our drive over to the stadium, to the practice facility. That was pretty bad. Our Uber driver, he was rushing over, and I'm sure you remember, he drove over that curb
He did.
right
In front
of the
of the
facility.
building that we need to get into.
Oopsie.
We're in the back, and I'm like,
He hit an oopsie.
I think
in
I
front of the
literally
race.
said, I'm like, oh, that looks kind of tight. I'm sure you could reverse. And he's like, no, I got this.
Not
And
Dave.
he literally said, "No, I got this,"
He's like, no.
and he just
he just goes over at the Raiders facility
You got
that
Marcus
we need
out there
to
like,
walk.
wait, are those the guys gonna interview me?
these are the guys. These guys.
Kyle and I just walked out like ashamed.
And I was like, I guess you're not getting a 5-star
yeah,
rating.
No.
no, we're
no,
not. They're not letting us in.
Sienna saved us from a lot of bad Uber rides that
yeah,
trip.
see it. Yeah,
And-
Cienna,
and
the
she
ultimate.
She kept us pretty sane
She
with
did.
the quick turnarounds we had to do for that trip. Oh my goodness.
It's pretty good.
It was really fun.
We had
Lots of fun
Yeah.
in Vegas. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Davis. Continue.
Sorry,
with
we
your-
were
Oh
talking
no,
about
we
the
were
uniforms.
just. I mean,
Wow.
it doesn't seem like a point now. I mean, this is this is the
Yeah,
49ers.
it's getting
they don't
real. Is that their caption
they,
right now?
Oh my goodness.
they don't
Act like
have
you've been
that
there.
exciting of a uniform. Personally, I always like white uniforms. It
I
makes
just-
you look a lot faster
It's
as a football player.
giving-
I just don't. For some reason the Niners uniforms, I just don't like their gold pants. Like it works with the red.
Yeah, the gold pants.
But with
doesn't.
the
I'm not
white,
a fan of that either.
it's,
It's giving
eh.
like Sharpay Evans.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I mean maybe it's because I'm a lifelong Niners hater, but you know,
Wow,
hey, Seattle baby.
Seattle, I know.
Seahawks.
I get it.
that's true.
We have arguably the
Hawks.
best uniforms in the NFC West. Rams are up there. I like
I
the
don't
Rams
like-
colors.
The Rams.
I do I went to college that had the same colors as the Rams, so I
Yeah.
can appreciate their look.
You know what I don't miss is the color rush Seattle.
I
The
don't
That
most.
that full on neon.
I don't mind it when they break it up cuz they've done it in the past like they go like navy top, green pants, green top, navy pants. That works. But
Yeah.
like when it was like all highlighter, yeah.
Highlighter.
Looked
Yeah,
like a construction cone.
it
We're
did.
going to be real. High visibility vest.
It did. It did.
But
So, yeah,
I mean, it's a classic look. It's a classic
Yeah,
matchup.
they're classic look. Yeah, these jerseys, they look all right.
I wish the
Red
Niners.
versus white.
I wish the Niners requested to use their white throwbacks.
I think the white throwbacks would have been cool.
Yeah.
The all whites, those are sick.
Yep.
But I mean, that's the thing. I like it when the Super Bowl has two very different color schemes.
I do too.
Red
Yeah.
and white and red
Yeah.
and gold are a little bit too similar for me. A lot of red.
Yeah.
And guys, it's the big game. people want to go.
Yes.
But it's not that accessible because the ticket prices are skyrocketing right now.
Oh, geez.
And honestly, part of me thinks that maybe it's a lot has to do with Taylor Swift going.
I think a lot of it has to do with Taylor.
If the Chiefs weren't in it, then like would people really pay that much?
Right.
Anyway, so it is the most expensive Super Bowl on record.
Oh my goodness.
As of Monday, the average price to attend the game was around $9,800.
Oh my God.
That is 70% more expensive than
Holy
what it was
crap.
last year.
Yeah. No.
And the cheapest ticket is nearly $6,000. No, in 2023, the cheapest ticket was nearly $6,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was last year it was nearly 6,000. The cheapest one this year is little more than $8,000.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Which
Does that have to do with Vegas, maybe?
I think it's Vegas too, because you get a Vegas weekend in general, which people would pay for, and then to add the Super Bowl on top of that, it's just gonna be so crowded. Like everything's gonna be so packed.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're just going for a boys' trip,
right,
and then like now trying to get into the clubs and stuff, like the amount of people they're expecting like 400,000 people to come just for that weekend.
I swear, like I was telling Mel this, when we see the video of everyone in the stands, they all have to be like millionaires.
Oh yeah.
Those are the only people who can afford this game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you have to be really, really wealthy in order to spend, family of 4, 8,000 each.
Oh
yeah,
my
no
gosh.
thanks.
Like,
yeah. And
what?
And like just everything's gonna be expensive. The food, the hotel
my
prices,
gosh.
flying in,
The sphere.
The sphere.
Like everything's gonna be so expensive because demand is just so high.
Like it wouldn't even make
Even the
so
sphere
cute.
knows.
It's
The
so
sphere
cute.
knows. Yeah.
What you looking at there, bud?
So cute.
And even like if you want to do like a boys trip in Vegas and like watch the Super Bowl like at Stadium Swim or other places like that, that's still gonna be pricey too.
And that's what I was thinking is like maybe a lot of people are coming to just maybe not get tickets to the game, but just enjoy Vegas
Do
and
Vegas,
watch
right.
the Super Bowl, which would be so fun. But yeah, it's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be so packed.
That's just crazy. The ticket prices, that's just the price of the ticket. You have to factor in friggin' like hotel stay, your flights over there. That's another couple thousand.
Food.
Yep.
Like just like you're talking about like maybe $20,000.
You want to watch Cirque du
in total.
Soleil, like all that
right?
Vegas stuff,
yeah,
you know,
all the
like,
Vegas stuff. You gotta have money for to go gamble.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I think Vegas is super excited about. Is just people just in their casinos all week. I will say if you guys are gonna go on the trip, if you guys are going to Vegas for Super Bowl weekend, are going to hit the Strip, be aware of people with big champagne bottles.
Yes.
Another fun memory from our Vegas trip.
Yeah, for that reference, everyone, Kyle and I were in Vegas. We were setting up for a morning live shot. And a homeless woman carrying a champagne bottle ran up the staircase up over to where we were at and decided to hit Kyle.
Yeah.
On underneath the chin.
It was the back and the chin. It was crazy because they were starting to like shuffle over to like our camera gear, and I was like, "Hey, back up! Can you not touch our stuff?" Didn't understand a thing she was saying, and then next thing you know, big bottle to my back because I was like my back was to her, and then she was like jabbing, and I was like clipped in the chin. I was like, "Okay, lady, time for you to go away."
Don't do it.
It was a little weird.
It was a little weird, but yeah,
Vegas can get a little crazy.
Vegas can get a little Vegasy if you know what we mean.
Yeah,
but
just a little bit.
Those tickets are insane. Speaking
tickets
of
are
insane people.
Okay.
Companies and people are celebrating in different ways the Super Bowl, and one way that is new this year is a brand new Barbie.
Aww.
That's right. Barbie has now. There's now a new Barbie for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
you guys ready for this?
See it.
And part of me was like, does this look like Taylor Swift?
No.
I can't tell.
Come on.
But
I mean,
Probably
kind of,
not.
yeah.
This is what we're looking
yeah.
at.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So obviously
Wow,
the Chiefs
skinny.
to the left, the 49ers to the right. So
They look the same.
they look
They're
exactly the
identical.
same
But
except for
honestly
the
cute. Like this, I don't have a daughter, but I would I would buy this for my daughter. Like this is cute.
I like
It
the
is
little
cute.
hats and everything.
I like the little
The double
like,
braid.
it's
So a little bit about
Sportsy.
this.
sports girl.
So this is the Super Bowl Barbie, very first time, like I was saying, but you won't be able to get it until after the Chiefs and 49ers face off in Vegas. And that's because the special edition Big Game Barbie will come dressed in the winning team's jersey and hat. So it can be pre-ordered, but this is the thing, guys. You can pre-order the Barbie, but if the team that you ordered wins, then that order will be fulfilled. If the team you don't
really?
pick, you'll
Sorry
get
about it,
refunded.
sweetie.
So you
At
won't.
least you get refunded.
You do get
Imagine
refunded.
they just take it.
just take your money. Sorry.
Yeah, they just
no,
take
it's just
it.
cute.
So brand new Super Bowl Barbie right there.
I wish you could customize the jersey.
yeah.
Or at least say which player you wanted.
right.
Oh,
Or at
like
least-
the number.
Yeah, like
Or
if
make
I
it-
wanted a Mahomes jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a
Sure, there would
87,
be
you
a
know?
lot of 87s
Yep.
on that shirt.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
It's
honestly,
cute. I like it.
she looks like Taylor Swift, and if the Chiefs win, 87, I think would definitely be on that jersey.
You know, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also cool. This is another thing that like, I've seen like the good come out of the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce thing. Is like a lot of girls and young girls are getting into sports like with their dads and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's super cool, and like this is kind of reinforcing it. Like, hey, remember you got into football this year with me? Have a Barbie. Like,
Yeah.
I think
No,
that's
cute.
it's really
sweet.
cool. It's really cute. This is Taylor Swift and Kristen Juszczyk walking into the stadium.
It really is.
Yeah.
These two. Yeah,
Those two.
It's these two. Yep.
The foam
Yeah.
finger is a cool addition.
It is.
It kind of is.
Will
Yeah,
this
I
be
like the
part
foam
of Barbie
finger.
2, the movie?
Oh, please.
Oh yeah,
Margot
Or-
Robbie
and
dressing in a
Travis.
Chiefs
Margot
jersey.
Please.
in a Chiefs jersey. I could see that.
Yeah, it's really cool though. It's a cool idea.
Hey Ken.
Hey Barbie.
Hey, Andy.
hey,
Hey.
hey Pat.
Hey Pat.
Hey
Donna.
Brock. Oh. Everybody's talking about if Taylor's gonna make it. She'll be there. I want Jason Kelce there.
Oh, he'll be
You
there.
want Jason
I won't
Kelce?
be there.
You know what
him-
I would
there
want?
last year?
That is true.
You know what? They have Ken as a doll.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Kelce
That's a
as
big doll.
That's a big doll.
That's a big doll.
That's a big doll right
Your
there.
son play with this. Like, okay. There's no shirt on.
It's just a shirtless guy with a beard. And then the kid's like, "Oh my God, is that the Jason Kelce Ken doll?" Thanks,
Honestly,
Mom.
that might be good. Like,
That'd
little
be-
boys need to see, like, what real people look like.
The
They all don't look like...
Real men look
yeah,
like
they don't
Jason
look
Kelce.
like
They don't
it.
all have abs. You know?
he's the peak physical human condition, and we live by that. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for the big game.
Me
I can't
too.
wait for it.
So it looks like we have Chiefs, Niners, like we said before, and I think that's where we'll leave it, guys.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going to leave it to.
Yeah.
Lots of things coming up next week. Someone is leaving Kyle and I
Yeah.
for something
Yeah, I
special.
will be here
Special.
next week.
A little
but
super.
We'll have someone hold it down for me, and I will return the week after and tell y'all all about
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Or you can follow us on social
So
media.
follow the
That's
social. Follow the social. Keep up to date with us. Thanks again so much for listening or watching this episode of HNN Overtime. To listen to any of our other episodes, you can head to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcasts. Be sure to check out the video version out on our YouTube page, the HNN YouTube page. And like we kept saying, follow the social media. Follow us on Instagram. That's where you're going to see all of our pics, all of our hype videos, like all the stuff that we like to do. Maybe some
Yeah.
behind the scenes coming up.
Ooh,
We'll get
behind
that
the
going.
scenes, Kyle?
For the Instagram, for the
All
IG.
right. All right.
I think
I
that'd
can
be
dig it.
cool. But again, for Cienna, Pilotin, Davis, Pitner, I'm Kyle Chinen. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Aloha.
This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.